Today we shall walk you through the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act of 2019, which was passed on August 5, 2019. It abrogated the special status of Jammu and Kashmir, and it also abrogated the statehood of Jammu and Kashmir. Now let's get started. The Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019 is an act of the Parliament of India, which is obvious that every act is an act of the Parliament of India or a state assembly. It contains provisions to reconstitute the state of Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories, that is Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. This act came into effect on 31st of October 2019. Before this act, Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh constituted a state with capital at Srinagar and winter capital at Jammu. This act abrogated the statehood of Jammu and Kashmir and converted it into two union territories, that is centrally administered territories. So we have not seen this example in other states of India where a union territory becomes a state, but not the other way around. In Jammu and Kashmir, the statehood has been turned into union territory status. Now let's come to the timeline of the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act of 2019. On August 5, the bill for the act was introduced by the Minister of Home Affairs, that is Amit Shah, in the Rajya Sabha. The bill was passed in Rajya Sabha the same day, and in Lok Sabha it was passed the next day, that is the August 6th of 2019. And the President gave his assent to the bill on 9th of August 2019. The introduction of the bill was preceded by a presidential order under Article 370 of the Indian Constitution that revoked Jammu and Kashmir's special status. The bill changes the nature of the state of Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories, but the notification which revoked the special status of Jammu and Kashmir, that is a separate constitution, and the fact that nobody can buy land there, or nobody may have claim to jobs in Jammu and Kashmir, or the claim of permanent residentialship of Jammu and Kashmir. That was the special states of Jammu and Kashmir. That was revoked by a presidential order, and that was not revoked by this reorganization bill. This reorganization bill was a sequel to that presidential order, which further changed the nature of the state into two union territories. And the presidential order revoked the special states of Jammu and Kashmir, that is the ability to have immovable property in the state, or the ability to have a separate constitution, the ability to have a separate union territory which can make laws on its own, and any law that used to be made by the parliament with respect to Jammu and Kashmir had to have assent of the Jammu and Kashmir assembly before becoming a law in the state of Jammu and Kashmir. And people of Jammu and Kashmir had exclusive rights to the jobs in the state. This was the special status of Jammu and Kashmir prior to this presidential order. It was given by the Article 370 and Article 35A of the Constitution of India. Now, the present act reorganizes the state into the union territory of Jammu and Kashmir and the union territory of Ladakh. The union territory of Jammu and Kashmir will be on the lines of Puducherry, that is, it will have a legislative assembly, and Ladakh will be administered by a lieutenant governor alone. There will be a legislative assembly in the union territory of Jammu and Kashmir, which will have a council of ministers and a chief minister, which will be elected, which will be selected by the governor from the members of the Legislative Assembly, but their overriding powers will be with the governor. Uh, this act also states that out of the 6 Lok Sabha seats that are reserved for the state of Jammu and Kashmir, 1 will be given to Ladakh and 5 will be accorded to Jammu and Kashmir Union Territory. The High Court of Jammu and Kashmir will function as the High Court for both the Union Territories, and it will continue to function as High Court of both the Union Territories. The Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir will be administered as per the Article 239A of the Indian Constitution. This is similar to Puducherry, and this Article 239A was originally designed for Puducherry, and it will now also be applicable to Jammu and Kashmir. That is, it will have a legislative assembly, a council of ministers, a chief minister. A lieutenant governor appointed by the president will administer the union territory of Jammu and Kashmir, as already said, which will have a legislative assembly of 107 to 114 members, and the tenure will be of 5 years. The Legislative Assembly, this is an important point. The Legislative Assembly may make laws for any of the matters in the state list, except public order and police, which will remain as the lawmaking powers of the union government through the governor. So the Legislative Assembly will not have any power to make any laws with respect to public order and police, that is security, for security reasons, laws with respect to security reasons like AFSPA and other laws will not be they are under the purview of the state central government, and the Legislative Assembly does not have power to make such laws. A council of ministers, including a chief minister, will be appointed by the lieutenant governor from the members of the Legislative Assembly, as already said. However, the lieutenant governor has overriding powers, and he can act in his own capacity, and he has also the power to promulgate ordinances which will have the same force as acts enacted by the legislature. So the ordinances of the governor will have the same effect as the laws enacted by the Legislative Assembly of Jammu and Kashmir. Now let's come to the process of enactment, how the act was enacted in the Parliament of India. First of all, it was introduced in the Rajya Sabha, and it was passed in the Rajya Sabha with 125 members in favor and 61 members against it. There were some parties which opposed the bill, that is Trinamool Congress, Janata Dal United, and Jammu and Kashmir People's Democratic Party. 2 members of the Jammu and Kashmir People's Democratic Party tore up copies of the Indian Constitution in protest, following which they were suspended from the House. And 13 members of Trinamool Congress walked out. 6 members of Janata Dal United boycotted. However, the bill acquired the support of Bahujan Samaj Party, YSR Congress, Telugu Desam Party, and Aam Aadmi Party, and thus, it was passed by the Rajya Sabha. Then it was introduced in the Lok Sabha on 6 August 2019, and it was passed with 370 votes in favor and 70 votes against. All India Trinamool Congress, Janata Dal United, Indian National Congress, Nationalist Congress Party, and Samajwadi Party opposed the bill, while Bharatiya Janata Party, Shiv Sena, Biju Janata Dal, YSR Congress Party, Telangana Rashtriya Samiti, Telugu Desam Party, Shiromani Akali Dal, and Bahujan Samaj Party supported it. So these were the supporters of the bill in the Lok Sabha. Then, after the bill was passed by both the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, the next step was to get the assent of the president. This is the normal procedure of how a bill becomes a law. First, the bill is passed in one of the houses of the parliament, and then in the another house of the parliament. And if the bill is accepted as such by the another house of the parliament and passed, and then it has to go for assent of the president, and if the president gives assent to the bill, it becomes a law. In this case, the president gave his assent on 9th August 2019, and then it was published in the Gazette of India. and a notification was published on the same day, which provides for the Union Territories to come into effect from 31st of October 2019. Thank you.